Okay, so we're live.
Recording in progress.
So we good? Mic's muted. How's everybody feeling? Who cares how you're feeling? Because how's everybody knowing how they feel? Yeah. Okay. That's what we're not talking about that today, but we have a really good one today. Thriving through uncertainty. I was going to say in co-created chaos, but I'm going to say thriving in uncertainty and universal chaos. So this could be a part one. Today is Sunday, July 31st, 2022. My show intentions today is to give peace and to give solutions to the many people going through very uncertain times, but still forced to make split, quick decisions, and even short-term and long-term decisions. Watch this. That's a lot on a daily basis. And for the people around them that are affected by their choices. Those are the show intentions. So we're only going to do two definitions. So thriving definition, to grow or develop well or vigorously, to prosper or flourish. And uncertainty definition is doubt, a situation in which something is not known. So that none of this is good. And most people today will tell you, I don't know. So we hear uncertainty sentences from people often. Okay? All right, so uncertainty is the only certain thing in life. Y'all have to understand that. Uncertainty is the only certain thing in life. That's on. Okay, here we go. So what should we do when we are uncertain? Number one, we face your fear. Number two, you focus on what you can control. 3, you mitigate the risk. What does mitigate mean? You make less severe, serious, or painful. Okay? Number 4, you be agile and alert. Nah, I don't want to look around. No. You're uncertain. Be agile and flexible and alert. That's when you need to be around. You need to be, making sure you're aware of your surroundings. Number 5, take good care of yourself. Why? I'm uncertain. Because once it makes sense, you want it to make sense on your best mind, your best brain, your best heart. You see where I'm going? Or eat Twinkies and the download could come, but the light bulb could be busted. Number 6, manage your expectations. We're going to go deeper into this. Oh, I expect it to be like this. Stop doing yourself like that. Stop. So, now, procrastination and anxiety are closely linked. So they're little cousins, okay? If you're getting stressed out from a task, then you're more than likely to procrastinate from doing the task to avoid the negative feelings and stresses that it brings about. And then it becomes an unending cycle of negative feelings. Nothing diminishes anxiety faster than action. I got a lot of anxiety. Nothing diminishes anxiety faster than action. Walter Anderson. I didn't say that. Walter Anderson said that. There is a decline in romantic relationships in many parts of the world. What does this have to do with uncertainty, Jason? There is a decline in romantic relationships in many parts of the world. And one of the arguments was that since online dating, mainly in high populated areas, has given humans, check this out, it has given humans a so-called abundance of choices. I can date him, her, them. Remember, it's the black mirror that you're going through this. You're not going through that in real life. You're going through that in this life. God created cell phones. Yeah. Get away from my car. It makes humans uncertain, right? So again, online dating, mainly in high populated areas, has given humans a so-called abundance of choices. In love too. Remember this. It's all about compatibility, but you got a whole bunch of choices now. It makes humans uncertain and even fearful that they will pick the wrong partner. Duh. Look at Match.com being like, Jason's a hater. Or eHarmony. Like, man, forget what Jason's talking about. So I should wait. So this is what this stuff does. So it makes the person say, I should wait for the one. Now, everyone has choice paralysis. So everybody like this with choice. I thought we needed a lot of choice. No, everybody's like this with choice. You know in the cartoons when they used to be like just dazed and dizzy? Start looking around and try to pick something. Pick everything. Because you literally can pick everything. This is genius. Many of us have decision fatigue. Now check this out. I want to make a decision. 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 I'm drinking this coffee because I like drinking coffee and talking online. But I'm making a decision. I'm too smooth to be embarrassed by my ring hitting that. I'm making a decision. I have decision fatigue. Go visit a second or third world country and you will see that you will see that you may only see 7 TV channels? Imagine only having 7 channels. What if your food shopping aisle was 1 lane? No, seriously. And now imagine taking that person and bringing them over here and watching them lose themselves in choice, options, endless distractions, and pleasures. That was deep. Go back. I will. Many of us have decision fatigue. All these decisions. Go visit a second and third world country. You will see that many of them have about 7 TV channels and their shopping aisles might be 1 aisle. Now imagine taking that same person, experiencing that lifestyle over here, and you can only observe. You can't do nothing. You can only observe. You get to play God, which everybody thinks they God anyway, right? You get to play God and observe them lose themselves in choice, options, endless distractions, and pleasures. So you see how y'all can do that for the person in the third world country, not understanding that you're losing yourself in choice, options, and endless distractions and pleasures. Imagine a society that subjects people to conditions that make them feel terribly unhappy. Watch this. Then gives them drugs to take away their unhappiness. I talked to a lady that I got a lot of respect for. She literally said, oh my God, I finally understand why life in our times is so exhausting. And she even had scientific feedback to back it up. But she said all these choices, all of the time, all of these choices, all of the time. No wonder that I still don't know what I want to do at 26 years old. When there are so many career choices to choose from, I am absolutely lost. I am tired of making up my mind about all the things presented to me on a daily basis. I said that was deep. She said she's tired of making up her mind, sometimes, all of the time, about the things, the new things, the old things, the past things, all the time being promoted to her on a daily basis. I got that. I get it. Did you hear that? Y'all heard that? You heard that? We have to make up our minds about the things presented to us. Who's the presenters? About the things presented to us on a daily basis. Hurry up and make up your mind about this. Hurry up and make up your mind about this. Hurry up and make up your mind about this. You see what I'm saying? So at least one day a week, shut down all devices, draw, paint, walk, have normal interactions with others who try this. It will definitely balance out your mind. Like vacations are designed to do. Unless you have your cell phone with you the whole time on your vacation, then who does that? Who does that? Nobody has their cell phone on the whole time doing the stuff that they do when they're not on vacation. So taking that energy over to their vacation, changing their vacation. Okay, so we got to break down this uncertainty because I feel uncertain. Okay, so make choices in advance. No, last minute. Make choices in advance so that you have less choice to make in your future. Too much choice equals too much anxious or too much anxiety. Or not. Some people can't sleep until they have a detailed plan for the day after. That's good. Now check this out, what that does. These are constraints, frameworks, guidelines. They're great for structure in which you can find pockets. Everybody got a pocket? You have put, do not hate on pockets. You have put some of the most important things in your life in your pockets. Okay, so do not hate on pockets right now. Really think about your pockets right there. Not the high pockets. I know some of y'all probably hungry. Not high pockets. But think about pockets right now. Here we go. These are constraints, frameworks, guidelines are great for structure in which you can find pockets of freedom. You know how you got light bulbs? You can get pockets of freedom and stuff too. Because everybody's trying to control you. So pockets of freedom of, wow, I was the first sperm cell to come here to do a particular work and I get to do it the way I want to do it. But not all the time because everybody wants to bring you back and to do it their way. Seriously, from management to parents to partnerships to even your enemies want you to act a certain way. So at the end of the day, pockets of freedom that can offer a sense of appreciation to the who? To the thinker. To the thinker. So with the advent of technologies, the things that we can do, now check this out, this is scary. The things that we can do, the choices that we need to make will only increase. Because remember, yay, technology, okay. The things we can do and the choices we need to make is only going to increase. And making so many choices exhausts us mentally and physically. Feeling incomplete causes us to be anxious. So we need to reduce the choice we have. Remember constraints. So we're going to go back to that constraint word. Constraints. With certain constraints in place, we have less choice to make. So here's your constraint. Here's your constraint. Whatever it is, it's boundaries. It's your boundaries. Religious people are generally happier for this reason. Seriously, I don't care what religion it is. It's like, I can't go this far and I can't go this far. Like a pinball machine. They have a framework under which there are certain things that must be done and things that you cannot do. So minimalism requires us to think, is this really necessary? Thereby reducing choices. So now that you have certain constraints in place, our anxiety is already lowering unless you put something else on your to-do list and y'all do stuff like that. Like, oh, I feel better. Let me add 15 more things on my to-do list. This is not what this is for. If you're going to do that, then call me and we'll probably come up with a solution to that too. But why are you doing that? Don't do that. See what it feels like to lower your anxiety. And go and do something. No, don't do nothing. Don't do nothing but think. Use that same brain that you're going to use to problem solve to do it under lower anxiety. How low? can you go? Looking. All right. So to make it even better, we need to take some action to satisfy our brains, right? Satisfaction. Satisfaction? Okay. So what is sufficient action? Remember, we talked about that. Planning things. Plan your day. Time your tasks. Time. You can't go past the time when you're doing the task. When you do something, note it down. Constraints. Satisfaction. Sufficient action. Okay? Now check this out. This is scary. We're talking about work. Let's go back to work. We are blessed with the technology that enables us to work every minute of the day from any place on the planet. That's good, Jason. You about to stop clapping here in a little bit. So what this means is we have to make a decision again and again and again and again and again about whether we should or shouldn't be working. The technology is there and it tells us to work all the time, and the technology is there, and every time I look at the technology, it's work. Oh my God. Imagine having a slave owner that said, I'm going to go from being your slave owner. Here's this device that's going to make you work. I don't have to do anything to you. Here. And you're like, and then they'd be like, give it to your children. And then you forget that experience, and then here's your reality. I gotta go work at this time. So I take my body places, but this is my GPS. And I said, whoa, we're downloading ourselves into our devices and giving over our human intellectual properties of who we are from a digitized point of view. And Jason, oh my God, we're giving away all of and we could be cloned. And okay, we're operating off of a small percentage of infinity. So whatever clone they create of you, update yourself the next year and it'll be an old you, kind of like the past. But I don't know what weird stuff that they can do with your intellectual property that you're giving to them every day. But I'm trying to help people on the internet. I know, but you're giving away bars on a Sunday. So what this means is that we have to make a decision again and again and again and again about whether or not we should be working. Jason, I need to hear some other coaches talk about this. Some words you were saying were full of ebonics and you lost me. Okay, psychologist Barry Schwartz, an author of The Paradox of Choice, said in his book, it states that it's good for us to have choice, but too much choice can make a person feel worse. Nuh-uh, Jason, technology don't make us feel worse. Be quiet and order your food from the couch that you're sitting on and you haven't washed up all week. Order that food. Okay. This is true for some and yet hell for a true free spirit. Okay? Now, in 2000, psychologist Sheena Ligener. I'm too smooth to be embarrassed by that. And Mark Lepper produced a study about jams. So, like honey and jam and peanut butter and jelly, this jams. One day at the local food market, they set up a display table with jams. Okay, Jason, this ain't deep, man. What are we talking about? One day they set up a display table with 24 jams. Oh, that's Kobe Bryant's number. Okay. The next day they set up a table with 6 different jams. So the most sales they got was the day they set up 6 jams, because it generated 30% of the customer purchases that day. While the least sales came from the 24 gem display, which generated 3% of the customers' purchases. The table with more choices generated 10 times less sales. People become paralyzed with too much choice. Okay, move. Okay. The earth is moving, but the earth is moving and the law of vibration exists, but we become paralyzed with too much choice. Get it? Everything's moving and we become paralyzed with too much choice. Congratulations, guys. This is due to the fact that many people fear. Oh my God, I gotta say that's slow. I gotta do this justice. People become paralyzed by too much choice. Watch this. This is due to the fact that people fear regretting their choices. So how these type of people avoid regretting a decision is just not to make one. Remember, many humans do not like to have no choices. So don't get it twisted. Because remember, that's borderline slavery. So they like to have choices. But as soon as you increase the choices, our happiness about the situation decreases until we are actually more unhappy than we were with far less choices. Now remember, I'm not talking about free spirits. Free spirits are listening to this like, shut up, Jason, you are wrong. And I'm like, I'm not talking to y'all. Because free spirits, I don't even want to get into that. So, did you know that when you have decision fatigue, check this out, the worse and worse your decisions become? No, I want to stay busy. I want to do this. I want to look at my phone all the time. I want to look at TV all the time. I want to talk on the phone all the time. When do you sleep? Shut up, Jason. Did you know when you have decision fatigue? Jason talked about physical fatigue. I'm like, I know. I didn't even talk about physical fatigue from all of the decisions that you're making. I said, did you know that when you have decision fatigue, the worse and worse your decisions become? And the lower and lower your willpower. It just happened. It just happened. I'm gonna stop. The lower and lower your willpower is, and your resistance to temptation is in your willpower that's currently being lowered. So this is why you're presented with candy last at the checkout counter at the grocery stores, because your willpower was purposely lowered from making all those previously grocery decisions that you made. And then at the end, it's like candy. Think about it. What if you went to a grocery store and all of it was candy and then it was fruits and vegetables at the checkout counter? So you get everything there and then you get the worst stuff for your body at the end when your willpower is just so fatigued from all the foods that you're shopping Okay. Jason, you're losing me on this. You're smiling, and I think conversations need to be serious. And can you give me some science? Okay. No, that would be nice. Okay, let me give you some science. Your ACC, or your anterior cingulate cortex, can make you feel uncertain about a task or a future task that you have to perform. It can make you feel anxious. So again, we're going with the brain. It can make you feel anxious, right? So your ACC and even your OFC then notifies your noradrenaline system of your lack of uncertainty. So you have two faculties in your brain that will notify your noradrenaline system that says you have a lack, or you're lacking certainty. So this releases noradrenaline, and noradrenaline is another component in making you anxious. Noradrenaline is also the hormone that kickstarts the fight or flight response. You ever met a person that makes a lot of decisions quick decisions. This, stressed out. That person is it has a gang of releasing of noradrenaline, and that helps people do fight or flight responses. So people will literally do stuff and be like, I don't know why I pushed you down the stairs. And you're like, oh, don't worry about it, baby. We all make mistakes. And I'm like, no. She was on camera and she literally... Noradrenaline is another component in making you anxious, and is also a hormone that kickstarts starts like motorcycles. Motorcycles are very powerful. But imagine a motorcycle without a kickstart. So noradrenaline is also a hormone that kickstarts the fight or flight response. I said good morning. Response. I was just trying to be nice. Response. Man, I was just, we all need to stick together. Response. The effect of this is that weak signals, right? So the effect of this is weak signals. Watch this. Watch how horrible this is. Weak signals unrelated to your current goals are enhanced. So imagine wanting to go left and you're having unrelated signals that's telling you to go right. Simply put, because I know some people are like, what are you talking about? You become distracted because noradrenaline is making other things more interesting. You don't never pay attention to me. Y'all so disrespectful. Oh my God, I'm so sick of y'all. Y'all don't never pay attention when we talk to y'all. Simply put, you become distracted because noradrenaline is making other things more interesting. Dang, so chemically, people who are suffering from this, their brains are turning against them. Simply put, you become distracted because noradrenaline is making other things more interesting. Remember, studies have shown that religious people tend to experience less uncertainty in their lives and they have significantly reduced activity in their ACC. Won't he do it? Won't he do it? Won't he do it? Also, did you know that, now this is crazy. Now, I don't care about, but none of y'all say, y'all better start finishing stuff, because did you know that unfinished goals can cause intrusive thoughts during unrelated tasks? Unfinished things distract people while they are trying to focus on other things. Some people may never know the power of the to-do list and how it can liberate parts of your mind daily. And there's not one way to do a to-do list, but can you imagine all of the unfinished conversations, arguments, and debates we have with people who belong in our circles, and even with the people who don't belong in our circles? Jason, you sound emotional. Give me some science. You're starting to lose me. And take it out the black culture. I don't want to hear any black guys right now. Okay, hater. Dr. Barry Schwartz says one of the most reliable indicators of happiness is having good relationships. I just stick to myself. I'm by my, I don't know friends. Dr. Barry Schwartz says one of the most reliable indicators of happiness. Everybody wants happiness. It's the bag, right? It's having good relationships. Our network of friends. Real family. Jason, why you put real family? Real family. And most cherished loved ones. Close relationships don't liberate us, though. Close relationships limit us. They constrain us. The more connected you are to your town or the people in your town, the more you're going to limit your own possibilities. If you're close to your family, and again, I said if you're close to your family, because again, there's some free spirits listening in, and I told y'all quit listening in if y'all can't understand context and be like, no, not me. I'm like, this is not for you. But if you're close to your family, you are going to look for a job within 100 miles of where your family lives. When you are constrained, all of a sudden, you are not faced with an infinite number of options. And now you're faced with a smaller number of options within your constraints. So that's why you date someone, or if you date someone, or why when you date someone, you can see who they constrain themselves with and who are they constrained to. And you can see how deeply they locked in, how locked in they are. Oh, we don't talk about that. They don't share that. Then you're probably not dating. So to understand anything, you must understand its uncertainty. What do you mean? We should only look at the stuff that we're certain of. To understand anything, you must understand its uncertainties. Uncertainty is the heart of the fabric. So it's uncertainty is at the heart of the fabric. I'm sorry. Uncertainty is at the heart of the fabric of the universe. The universe? Oh yeah, we're going to the universe, baby. Heisenberg's uncertainty principle says it is impossible to simultaneously know the position and the momentum of a particle. It is impossible to simultaneously know the position and the momentum of a particle. So uncertainty is currently the heart of the fabric of the universe. One of the greatest causes of unhappiness and stress is uncertain times. And in uncertain times can be comparing how we think things should be with how things are. I'm going to say that a little bit slower. One of the greatest causes of unhappiness, I ain't happy, and stress, man, I'm so stressed out, in uncertain times is not these other things, but it can be comparing how we think things should be. Things should be like this versus how things are. So make your goals your aspirations. You mean my expectations? Make your goals your aspirations. I aspire for that. I aspire. No, I expect it. I expect to lose 400 pounds tomorrow. Make your goals your aspirations and not your expectations, unless you want unhappiness and the stress that comes from thinking life should be a certain way. Instead of working with and working from how it currently is, that works better. So, when dealing with uncertainty, you must treat it like some people pack their clothes. Now, again, I said some people. So, again, I'm not talking about people who are horrible packers. I'm talking about the people who are Green Bay Packers when it comes to their luggage. When going on a trip, they pack their clothes in an over-prepared manner. So I might go here, I got this, I am prepared, I am over-prepared. If killer bees attack our hotel, I have an outfit for that. That type of packer. Here are some steps to decreasing uncertainty by overpacking our power behaviors. Number 1, do enough research to make an informed decision. We got research before we act. Yeah. Number 2, take effective action without overdoing it. Man, I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna take effective action without overdoing it. 3, I'm gonna be hyped. Stay calm. If you did all you could. No, stay calm because I'm arrogant. No. Stay calm if you did all of you could. No, I did this one thing. Congratulations for the one thing you've done. Congratulations to maybe the 2 are, because again, when it comes to behavior, we're usually doing the same things and be like, why people treat me like this? Stay calm if you did all you could. 4, adjust your plan. Watch this. No, I don't change for nothing. Adjust your plan as new info comes out. My plan I'm closed-minded. Adjust your plan if as new, not if new, as new info comes out. Now, number 5. This is the part where you can really get a lot of good information. Help uncertain people gain clarity in their personal lives, which can help speed up the mental light bulbs you need to get out of your so-called uncertain times, which is a form of helping your way out of ignorance. I'm not going to call it your ignorance. I'm going to say out of ignorance, where you shouldn't claim ignorance. So when we become observers of what is, we can find acceptance with what is, but never holistically accepting what is. By observing what is and accepting the possible changes that exist within what is, you can change what is into what it should be. What I think it should be, what it should be. What the media and what my people said it should be, what it should be. So remember, the right way. Wow, this is what it is. Like, look, you're literally looking at reality. Wow, this is what it really is. Now here's the wrong way. Wow, things should be the way I think they should be. I don't even want to do that twice. Okay, the right way allows us to work with the situation and not against it. Because whatever is happening, now check this out. Because whatever is happening even if you are currently uncertain how to name it. Oh, if I'm uncertain about it, I don't even have a name for it. Exactly. And that's dangerous. You must be out of your mind dealing with something that you can't name. Many humans have an addiction to Western safety and Western security, which makes them anxious and powerless in harder times of so-called survival mode. And we're going to have some builds on survival mode. Now, the best thing you can do is tackle the present, because the present will never stop happening. Y'all do understand that. What's your plan for the present? I don't know. I never thought about that. The present will never stop happening. This enhances our abilities to cope with what is happening here and now. Here and now. This is the most important part. Here and now. Here and now. Here and now. Here and now. Here and now is the unfolding of everything that you want to do. But instead of looking at unfolding, you're looking at, look at their here and now. Look at their. You can scroll and look at everybody's here and now, but you don't get to see the process of them getting there. You don't see the way they look in the morning to get to that photo shoot. You just see the photo shoot here and now, here and now, here and now, here and now. So the depression, a lot of the depression comes from you get to see a lot of here and now in the process, in your processes. So when your problems don't have a name, it grows like a quiet mold in your house and cancer in your body or viruses that you may begin to fully identify with. You might be like, yeah, that's who I am. Because I can't name this reality that I'm feeling. When in all actuality, you are not your thoughts, but you can be though. My haters want to speak. Speak, haters. Well, you seem like an opportunist, Jason. How do you deal with uncertain times? You know, with that cynical. How do you deal with it? You know what Christians be like, God bless you. You know what that means when they was in the street, right? Moving on. So my hater said, you seem like an opportunist, Jason. How do you deal with uncertain times? And I say, when I met Les Brown once told me that it's better to be prepared for an opportunity and not have one than have an opportunity and not be prepared. So some people might call you an opportunist. I just say Les Brown said it's better to be prepared for the opportunity and not have one. So you're prepared for stuff that you don't have versus The opportunity is like a disrespectful person that's connected to you that just shows up at the wrong times. Opportunity to be like, hey, I'm here. If you're not prepared now, some people say, hey, I'm outside. Give me, I'm out here for 5 minutes. Some people might give you 10 minutes. Some people might give you an hour. Opportunity says, I'm here right now. Up, gotta go. And you be like, opportunity. Why? Because it's better to be prepared for an opportunity and not have one than have an opportunity and not be prepared. So the definition of adaptability, because that's how you got to be prepared. The definition of adaptability is the quality of being able to adjust to new conditions. It's the new norm. The quality of being able to adjust to new conditions. I swear. New additions. Shout out to Ralph Tresvant and them. The definition of adjust. Because adaptability and adjust. Oh, okay, I get it. Those are two cousins. The definition of adjust is alter or move something slightly in order to achieve the desired fit, appearance, or result. To alter something slightly in order to achieve the desired fit, appearance, or result. So here's a question. How happy do you need to be able to adapt and adjust? No, you'll meet a lot of people who want to be happy. I didn't say nothing about that. I said, how happy do you need to be able to adapt, according to the definition that was around before I was around, and how happy do you need to be able to adjust? Congratulations, you're absolutely right. Happiness has nothing to do with adapting and adjusting best. You just want to adapt happy, and you just want to adjust happy. Happiness has nothing to do with adapting and adjusting best. I can adapt, I said best. I can adjust, I said best. The bad news or duality to adapting and adjusting, because I know y'all want to look at the bad, is that we can do this on our divine path. Yeah, I'm going to adapt and adjust on my divine path while I was freaking born. And we can adapt and adjust on our worst path. Yeah, I know I shouldn't be doing this, but I'm walking this path because everybody's doing it. That goes against all my principles. That goes against how I was raised, blah, 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 blah. Worst path. And watch this. You can even adapt and adjust to your worst path and brag about it. I've seen so many people. Social media allows you to observe people to be like, man, they on their wrong path. Now they go like this. Watch this. Who are you to say I'm on my wrong path? But then you say, are your children doing right? Nah, they ain't doing right. But what if their children said, who are you to say we... You see how that doesn't work with them? They can see their children's mistakes, but can't nobody see their mistakes? We can literally get used to a terrible life we co-create. My haters want to say something. No, you can't, Jason. And I'm like, that's all haters. Now, I'm going to say haters. Has science ever shown us that a person can get institutionalized to prison life? Because I just said we can literally get used to a terrible life we co-create. And then I just said, has science ever shown us that a person can get institutionalized to prison life? During and after the pandemic, do you know how many therapists that had to shut down their practices? Watch this. Because they were used to seeing their clients face to face. And the thought of online therapy was hard for them to adapt and adjust to. Watch this. At a time when their patients needed them most, since they were also adapting and adjusting to new norms. I got to see all this stuff. So from my research, I have found that the mindsets of the individuals that adapt and adjust best, I didn't say adapt and adjust the crap that you co-create. Adapt and adjust best. Have the mindset of, I will get the outcome that I want, or I will get the lesson that I need to get. I don't see a lot of them staying down long. I usually get I got the outcome, or I got the lesson. You progress with that mindset. Nah, it was white people. It was black people. Okay. Being in an uncertainty or making decisions in uncertain times influences us to think about so many possible solutions, right? So we're always thinking about solutions in uncertain times, which can be very scary because we are not our thoughts. Yeah, you keep saying that, Jason. Go deeper. I know. We are not our thoughts. Every day we have thousands of thoughts, emotions, urges, memories, and feelings from the time you wake up in the morning all throughout the day until the time we lay down and sleep. Hold on. These thoughts, emotions, urges, memories, and feelings even follow us into dreams? Better than Freddy Krueger ever could in the movies? And we're not our thoughts? And we go through all that? And we're moving fast? Nothing diminishes anxiety faster than action. If you want to know your past holistically, look at your present conditions because it's all connected. If you want to know your future, look into your present actions because it's all connected. Faith doesn't always give you the ability to change or determine what you go through. However, it always gives you the ability. Now check out this power. It gives you the ability to determine what to call what you're going through once you shrink the names of your problems. Once you shrink the names of your problems, the names of your solutions will increase. Your best solutions can give you the ability to rename the places. I had some horrible stuff happen to me there. It can give you the ability to rename the places, the things you have been through or gone through. During extreme uncertain times, it feels like the sun is going down on your life. And you have no choice but to stop where you are. Stop. Hammer time. And that's where God is. All right, check this out. That's where the devil shows up too. So people will be like, when you can't go any further, that's where the Lord is. The devil's there too. Because you can still attract both realities. Now, have you ever stopped? Now, please, y'all, if y'all don't hear anything else, hear this. I should have put this first, but hear this. Have you ever drove somewhere or stopped somewhere that you didn't want to be? That question even sounds stupid, right? Jason, did you ask me? Hold on. Let me hold my coffee like this when I ask you this, because I got a few degrees. Jason, did you ask me, have I ever stopped somewhere that I didn't want to be? Yeah. No, who does that? You're right. That is stupid, sir, right? Okay. So why would you ever stop in uncertain times? If you don't like stopping somewhere you don't want to be, why would you ever stop in uncertain times? Mind laws, rules, balance, and disciplines are the cosmic GPS systems that will get you back on the safer and more familiar roads. You get it? Life is the roads. You're the car. The journeys, blah, 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 blah. Don't trip on that analogy. I got some relationship bars that's good with cars and roads. So, imagine feeling on top of the world. And then, bam, the world feels like it's on top of you. Uncertainty are the ingredients to being in a dark place in life. Or I like to call it a dead place, since my people perish for a lack of uncertainty. None is knowledge. Okay, get away from me. When uncertain times tries to experience us. So when uncertain times tries to experience us, the first thing we want to do is understand why. That happened. Why? That happened. Why? That happened. Why? And we really be wanting to know why. That is hilarious. Sometimes you have to survive it first. You just have to survive it. Sometimes the attacks can be so crazy, you got to be like, you got to survive it first. Then you gradually understand. Now, I just want to forgive it. Let's forgive and forget. Who let y'all in? Get them out of here. Then you gradually understand. And then you don't stop there. Then you overstand. And then you understand. And then you gradually increase the comprehension of it. Or you want it to happen again? Then you must save others. Well, I don't feel like doing that. If that's your mission. Because some people would say, let them find out like I did on my own. And there's people like that. I'm not saying it's right, but there's people like that. Now, uncertainty is a universal human experience. So everybody go through it. Uncertainty shows up in almost everything we do. And I'm not going to say almost. It's literally everything we do. You're going to go through uncertainty. So according to science, there is no such thing as empty space. But when life feels uncertain, it's like we're always filling in the so-called blanks, in the so-called blank spots of life. So did you know that in astronomy, they are really measuring uncertainty? Did you know that there is a personality trait called intolerance of uncertainty? I'm going to say this again. Did you know that there's a personality trait called intolerance of uncertainty? I wish I would have freaking knew this years ago. No, do you understand? I would have stopped and meditate a little bit on this. Did you know that there is a personality trait called intolerance of uncertainty? Do you know if y'all connect that to first dates, we could change the world. We could change homes, well, at least in America. We talk about the dumbest stuff on the first date. What if we was like, hey, so what is your thoughts on intolerance of uncertainty? And can I get the printout from your doctor that shows your levels of intolerance to uncertainty? Because life is going to be so uncertain for us, and I want to see how you deal with it before I even say anything else in this date. Jason, that is rude. No. We took a time machine. We're in the future, and this is how humans interact with each other. They don't even say nothing to each other. They look at each other's intolerance of uncertainty list, and they say, why you lie to me? Your levels is here. You told me on that email that your levels, I'm out of here. I'm being sarcastic. That was the bad story. So just imagine knowing about this early. So again, there's a personality trait called intolerance of uncertainty, which correlates very highly with anxiety. So how does the brain process this? Which is nothing more than trying to process the infinities within things, which means every so-called system of your brain is working to understand, overstand, understand, and grow our comprehension of everything presented to us on a daily basis. That's not hard. One way. Now check this out. Now this is Buddhism. This is some Buddhism info. One way might gain a higher clarity, because you gotta understand, if you go through uncertainty, you have to study parts of the world where they laugh at uncertainty. Just like people in certain parts of the world are going through stuff that we laugh at. But a lot of Americans, we are going through a lot of uncertainty. So according to one way one might gain a higher clarity is by focusing on the 8 spokes of Buddhism that should be spun together at the same time. Now just check it out. And again, if I told you a story about Humpty Dumpty, you could listen. Just hear this out real quick. It's just 8 of them. Number 1. Now imagine the 8 spoke wheel. So y'all know them cars in LA where, you know, spokes and all this stuff. Just imagine a wheel with 8 spokes. One spoke is a right view. So your view is right. Another spoke is a right thought. So imagine a right view with a right thought, connecting that. And imagine the next one is a right view, right thought, right speech. Now again, it's working, it's turning at the same time. Now the next one, right view, right thought, right speech, right action. And you're just focused on that. Hey, Jason, we got a party. Nope. Hey, Jason, distractions. And you just like this. You just like this with the distractions. You just cold with the distractions, right? So right view, right thought, right speech, right action, right livelihood. What you do for a living fits with your right view, right thought, right speech, right action, right livelihood. Now, right effort. You know, I don't be trying hard all the time. Right effort. So, right view, right thought, right speech, right action, right livelihood, right effort, right mindfulness. So you mean I gotta be sucker free this year? Yeah, you gotta be sucker free. You gotta be sucker free, man. I know. You gotta be sucker free this year. You want to be successful next year too? Yeah. Oh, you got to be sucker free next year too. For real? Yeah. You want to be successful 10 years from now? Yeah. Damn, you got to be sucker free for 10 years. So I won't be able to talk to them no more? Right view, right thought, right speech, right action, right livelihood, right effort, right mindfulness. Last but not least, right concentration. What do you mean? I like to scroll for hours on my social media. Right concentration. So in closing, don't believe everything that you think in times of certainty and uncertainty. I'll say that again. Don't believe everything that you think in times of certainty and uncertainty. Never believe the thoughts that are constantly arguing for the worst case scenario of things. I'm going to say that again. Never believe the thoughts that sometimes constantly argues for the worst case scenario of things. You know that little stupid meme where they say, like, parents, they fear like that call and stuff like that? Never believe the thoughts that are constantly arguing for the worst case scenario of things. Your negative bias can also set others up for failure. Positive or negative expectations can become self-fulfilling prophecies. Having an open mind is like having a life vest in a river. If you treat your life like a river, then you will stop trying to control the river instead of controlling yourself within the river. I'm sorry, I got passionate. I'm sorry. If you treat yourself like a river, then you will stop trying to control the river instead of controlling yourself within the river. Instead of living in uncertainty, live in safe curiosity versus the curiosity that kills cats. Never look for someone to rescue you. This thought instantly makes you powerless. You want to decrease your power? Never look for someone to rescue you. In so-called times of uncertainty, stay still. No, I'm going to move. In so-called times of uncertainty, stay still. And do not make fast decisions, but move strategically. So, still curiosity, still learning, allows the knowing, the solutions, and the answers to come to you at times when you can't find it. Where's my belt? What if stuff you was looking for came to you? And it usually happens, right? Think about it. When you stop looking for it, it's like, oh, what if your body knew? What if your subconscious knew where it was, but your subconscious is just so on the, you just let it ride all the time? Then you have to slow down and be guided to where you put it. Just like the memory of where you put it away so you don't remember where you put it in both places. there are so many meanings to proceed in times of chaos. Okay? So continue reducing stress. This will allow better decision making due to having more of a clear mind. Even down to what you put in your body. Walk towards health, and healthier outcomes may be your karma. And even when you reach so-called certainty, I'm certain, there will be so much that will forever be uncertain about. So we will always go through this. But again, hopefully you all will be able to go through this with some type of mental anchor versus, yeah, I got lost. Mommy got lost. Daddy got lost. Yeah. Let's get these anchors down. Okay? So get over yourself in the universes of infinite knowledge and different infinities. How much certainty can truly be reached? So if older generations truly committed to knowledge and committing to passing it down, this process never stopped. Then humans could collectively and individually know more and tackle more of our infinity experiences or our experiences with infinities. I will close it here. Thank you for joining me for another Sunday Bars presentation. Looking forward to building with you next time. Let's work. Peace and love.